Make sure to be a member on the channel, link is in the description. Hello guys, once again it's Matt and today we have another video. First of all, let's thank our members, Silami, Lafoche, and Vivi, and make sure to subscribe to help the channel. If you want to help the channel even more, make sure to be a member and join us in the Discord down below in the description. So let's get into it. So we are today flying as suggested by Tsilami, which is our only Foxbet member for now, but he suggested that we fly the Lim-5P today, which is the MiG-17PF that I did a review back on it, but in simulator. So it is a very, very good aircraft in simulator actually. It doesn't have any missiles and its BR it's kind of complicated because of that. It has a lot of, you have to be careful with the A4s and stuff like that flying, you know, behind you with the A9Bs and stuff. But still a very capable aircraft. The radar and the HUD of it is very good. The only problem with it is that it has a very limited canopy. As you see in front of the aircraft, it's hard to see sometimes. It's just too much stuff, and you just have to use the head movement to actually help you see people. If not, you would be just blind, like really blind. So yeah, it's the main problem with the aircraft. The cockpit, it's kind of limited. The vision on the back is very good, and the performance of it is very good as well. It doesn't have SAS, of course, being a 50's aircraft, but everything else is just really amazing. The mirror is good, the guns are good, the radar is alright for this BR, is very good. It helps a little bit sometimes. Not with identifying aircraft, it doesn't have IFF or anything like that, but with actually aiming and not losing the target, sometimes it helps for you to identify where the target is. So yeah, we took off and we are flying. We are going to scan a lot, and the first couple of minutes of the video won't be as exciting as the last few minutes because there were not too many people flying in this match. So I was just trying to find people, and yeah, there were a couple of bombers. So the objective of my mission here in the simulator was to actually kill as many bombers as possible. And yeah, I think we were successful. So yeah, other thing that you have to worry about this aircraft, of course, is the compression. Has very high compression, and it can break its wings. So you have to be careful when rolling and pulling too many Gs. I actually broke a one before this video, so yeah, it's kind of, yeah. But look at the amount of advantage on the view on the back side, so it's pretty good. So we were just doing CAP, the combat air patrol on the just the on the border of the nations. And I saw two targets here, so I tried to get behind the last one because maybe it was an enemy, but it was a friendly, and he was behind a Sia Vixen, if I'm not mistaken. So I joined him on his pursuit, and we were off to a good start. So yeah, the teams were kind of balanced. There were a lot of 8.7s even and 9.0, so yeah, it was a very good match. No MiG-21s and anything like that. Even though I think the 9.3s become 9.7s, I don't know. The BR system on simulator is kind of weird sometimes. But yeah, as you see, the HUD, it has two HUDs. Fox 2 from my guy there, and yeah, see Vixen down. So good kill for that guy. And we were I was talking about the HUD. We have two HUDs. I think I talked about it on the review, and one of them is the gun for the gun, and the other one is actually for the radar and the horizontal, the horizon, the artificial horizon. So as you're going to see, many times you have a line there. As you see, the second HUD is for the uh, horizon, the artificial horizon. As you see, the first one actually, not the second one. So yeah, it is pretty good to have that. It helps a little bit on knowing that where you are and stuff like that, inside clouds and stuff. So yeah, I found this ME262, and I thought it was an enemy because it wasn't showing the marker, but it apparently was a friendly. and I ended up killing that guy, that AI afterwards. But yeah, and the other thing that I'm going to show to you guys on the radar is that the actual HUD, the secondary HUD that I said, also provides a definition on the radar lock when you get a radar lock. So it's pretty cool. It's a very modern thing actually for I think this aircraft was built in 1959, even though the PF was a little bit earlier. The Polish version was earlier than that. So yeah, I'm kind of biased for this aircraft. I've been waiting for this aircraft for a very long time. So yeah, it's pretty good. So here, yeah, here are the little dots you see there in the green in the middle. It's the HUD actually telling me what the radar is. So yeah, and I ended up killing a friendly there because it didn't had anything on top of it, and yeah, it was just a mistake. So, anyway, it was an AI, and we were after our first kill. As you see, it was some kind of bomber flying, and the AI was actually following him. So afterburner kind of holding the speed there because of the max speed of the aircraft. Can be very very fast, but it has a very low max speed. The engine is very strong for such a light aircraft, so you have to think about that. And yeah, it was the Sea Vixen, if I'm not mistaken, again. So we were approaching him, we were faster, and he was ground striking, as you see. So yeah, just maintaining the sight on the enemy. We are about 1 kilometer away from him. Getting a little bit closer. Shooting, and we got him. Basically, we got him. He's kind of dead already, but you're going to see something is going to steal my kill actually. So that was fun. Yeah, he was kind of going down. I think I took off his elevator or part of the elevator. So he was kind of flying out of control, and a Roland ended up got the kill, you know. But he was shot down. That was the important thing, especially because aircraft like that can actually win a battle in simulator very easily. So you have to be careful with that. And yeah, when I returned to my cap mission, I ended up seeing another bomber coming up. So yeah, there were a lot of bombers flying around, and as you see, the MiG-17PF, the Lim-5, is an interceptor variant of the MiG-17. It's made for this type of mission. It's made for countering bombers and stuff like that. So yeah, a Votur flying around, and he did not see me there. As you see, I lock him up to not lose the target. Just preparing myself to shoot. And he's down. A Votur 2N, pretty good aircraft. But he was flying too high, and I ended up getting him. So yeah, and I returned to the cap mission. So most of the mission was just flying around, as you see, just trying to find somebody. As you see, I'm using a user skin, so this is not from the market. It is actually from the live War Thunder Live, and it's a very very cool one. I'm going to probably leave it on the description for you to download. It's a green one with the blue nose that I used on the thumbnail. So yeah, pretty amazing. These aircrafts are just such a good aircraft, man. The MiG-17 is just, it's so good for a subsonic, you know. They're really amazing. So yeah, continuing the mission. Sometimes I was looking at somebody. As you see, I saw something there. A little dot. Of course, because the radar is very limited, it's basically the same radars as in the MiG-19. So you have kind of a search and track, you know, because you have two radar antennas, one on the top and one on the middle. And technically, when you get a lock, it should give you the bullet drop for the target, but I don't know if it's working. Um, yeah, I mean, we have the fixed HUD even. So yeah, it's the old HUD. It's not the new the HUD that the MiG-17 had in real life, actually. So yeah. So as you see, I took off the UI on the HUD just for you to know the line there is the artificial horizon, and the dot is the radar lock that I had on the target. And as you see, continue to search, you know, it's searching and tracking because it has two radars. So it was a friendly AI. I didn't know because, you know, there were a lot of enemy sabers. Maybe there was at least one or two. So yeah, and we were out of fuel, so we returned to the base. So this was the first sortie. Kinda two kills, one shared kill and one actual kill. And yeah, let's see our landing there. Kinda rough, but not really. So pretty good. And yeah, we took off again with more fuel, more ammo. Especially the fuel. I had some ammo, but the fuel was pretty depleted back there. And when I was actually taking off, I saw that white line there, as you see. And one guy was actually asking for help, saying that he was with the white smoke. So I was just trying to go as fast as possible there. As you see, the smoke is there, and there were at least three enemies that I saw there, three or four. So there were a lot of enemies there, a lot of friendly. So yeah, this is the first big furball, and basically the only big furball of the match that I had. And yeah, one of the A4s was down, but a lot of enemies still. A lot of A4s, and the A4, you know, it can be very, very complicated to kill them sometimes. Following one of the A4s. As you see, the line on the horizon works perfectly, so yeah, when you get inside the clouds it's pretty good. We had a friendly there following him as well. Yeah, there you go. Now we can see the Delta wings. The Delta designed A4, pretty good aircraft also. But we have an afterburner, so we are always a little bit better. So as you see, it's really easy to lose a target here because of the amount of iron that there is on the HUD. It's just a problem. So I completely lost the target, as you see. So the radar can help a lot on that because of the UI of War Thunder. You can actually have a box around the target, and that helps a little bit for not losing the target. So yeah, it's a thing of using the actual radar. I know the radar can sound like a very not worth thing, especially in RB, but in simulator it can be very, very useful if you use it correctly. But you have to be careful, obviously. Now we have another target there. I don't know if it's the same A4 or anything else. Yeah, it was a friendly. The smoke is there and dogfights are happening. Another aircraft spotted. I know that the smoke is a friendly. The radar always helping me. Yeah, it's an F9F. So the Panther. Tried to get a couple of shots on him. Ended up missing. And yeah, he has a very good instantaneous turn because of the straight wing. So I ended up not being able to catch him. But yeah, the other guy got him. So another enemy destroyed. There were two enemies here also. An A4E, I think. And a meteor. I saw the meteor there, as you see. So I ended up going for the meteor first, but I saw other aircraft flying around. Somebody was already behind the A4. Two guys were behind the A4, so I think I thought that I would be able to actually get him on the head-on, but I almost died doing that. So not very smart, but still. Continue the turn. Yeah, and the A4 is down, as you see. But the meteor was still there. He was still fighting, and I saw him. Very distinctive shape. So very, very easy to see him. And Good kill. Very lucky shot there, but still very good, very good. And I think we saw one more flying around, as you see, one more A4. So a lot of enemies, as you see. I think it was 5, so a lot of enemies. But my friends are actually being able to. They have been able to actually destroy everybody, and I got a kill as well. So yeah, we were helping each other, and our team was particularly very good. The tickets were basically dropping out because of the bombs that everybody was using. So yeah, continue the turn. And this was becoming a little bit dangerous, as you see. Everybody was doing vertical loops here and going and going and going. The more close to the ground and the less speed, and it was becoming a little bit of a stretch on the performance of some aircraft. But yeah, as you see, they went vertically downwards, so that was just dumb. And yeah, they both crashed because that was too much, you know. So yeah, but anyway, all the enemies were destroyed in here, and I ended up watching, taking a look on this aircraft. I thought it was a French Etendard, so I thought maybe it was an aircraft because a player, I mean, because I actually saw that they had French. But I knew that it was a bot because the many Etendars flying around me. But I ended up wanting to get the kill anyway because I was already here. Missed a lot of shots, as you see. Sometimes it's difficult to hit these cannons, but yeah, another kill with the AI, but now it's an enemy. So yeah, we continue the mission with the cap, always trying to fly inside enemy territory or at least on the border, to try to intercept them before they actually get into our territory and drop the bombs and stuff. And I saw an aircraft flying around here. So as you see the dot there, it was an A4. So another A4 going vertically to not lose that many energy when I get back. I have plenty of energy. So because of the the amount of speed that I can manage to get on the dive. But he was just flying around. That was a friendly, and yeah, he was firing missiles at the friend there. So I ended up continuing the pursuit, you know. There were two targets on the left side, but I was focused on this one because I knew that the friendly was probably behind the other one. 1 kilometer, he didn't see me. The A4 is one of the only aircraft that it can actually have an RWR sometimes, so you have to be careful with locking and stuff. But good kill, another A4 down. So yeah, a very very precise gun, as you see, and you just have to be a little bit calm. And to be honest, a lot of people like the 37mm more than the 23mm, but the thing is, even though the 37 um, do a lot more damage, the 23s, they're way easier to actually use, you know. They're just a continuous burst of fire. So I saw another aircraft coming from the enemy's airfield, flying high, trying to get those bombers. They were trying to win by bombs. So yeah, there were a lot of people complaining that we were killing the bombers. So but yeah, we had to, right? Because if not, I mean, this is an interceptor. I had to do this. So radar lock. So definitely a bomber, very big target. And I was a little bit fast, so I was controlling the speed with the air brake, and it is the Vautour again. So here I think I missed a lot of shots. No, actually, yeah, it's the other one. But still, good kill, another bomber down. Very good, very good. And we were out of ammo, so I decided to return to base again, obviously, so that we can get more ammo and more fuel. I got the guy with 24 shots, so that was pretty good. And this was a very a better landing, I think. A little bit better, right? It feels like the aircraft they don't have like what's it called? I don't remember, but the suspension, you know, it's not really there. When I took off, I actually was just trying to get to the AO again, trying to climb, and then I saw another bomber coming, flying very close to me, as you're going to see. So yeah, enemy spotted, high altitude bomber again, but I was really slow and it's really difficult to get him. If I had an R2 US missile or something like that, maybe I could have got him, but yeah, it's way too high. So I decided to just try to turn away from him and try to get speed. I mean, together with him to the same path, you know. He was way too high. Jesus, he was like 5 to 6,000 meters when I was 2,000. So I just tried to, you know, try to actually get at a high altitude to intercept the target. And he was doing some weird stuff, as you see, shooting and dropping rockets and stuff in a very bizarre manner. Yeah, and yeah, he was dead, you know. Our our Gepard got him. So it was a very weird thing that this player was doing. He was actually just killing himself when he was um, you know, dropping the bombs and just went for the ground. At you know, it was kind of weird. So yeah, you know, we are back again on the enemy territory, trying to find more bombers, and there is another one there. So there were a lot of bombers, and I think they were the same players, but still, there were a lot of bombers. So yeah, this is I mean, a handful of kills that I can get, you know, because this aircraft is made for this, man. He's made for intercepting bombers. So yeah, which is weird because if you are intercepting bombers, why wouldn't you use the 37, right? But still. Yeah, that was just a bad shot, but I ripped his wing off. And another good kill. I think it was the same guy actually. So the guy was just spawning and going for the bombs and just dying. So I don't know. But then I saw something behind me. So I thought initially it was the Yak 15 because the way of the wings, but it was actually an A4. So yeah, I was in a defensive position here. But as you're going to see, yeah, I tried to run a little bit because in this I thought it was the Yak 15, friendly Yak 15, but I saw it was not a Yak because it was launching missiles at me. So we went for the dogfight. I don't know why I had so many FPS drops in this match. This map doesn't. I don't know. There are some maps that are just kind of bugged, but yeah, almost passing out. As you see, the A4 has no chance against the MiG-17, and he decided to run away. So he was kind of flying in a weird manner because he decided to fire a missile and try to dogfight me. Once he like was initially losing in a raid fight, he decided to just run for whatever he was trying to do before, like doing air to ground maybe or something like that. And yeah, he just completely ignored me, as you see. I'm just behind him and he's not looking behind me. Oh, behind him, you know, he's not looking at me, as you're going to see why. Yeah, as you see, very close, 500 meters. Pretty good shot. Yeah, pretty bad shot actually, but yeah, I got him. So he was flying in a very odd way. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, and it was becoming late at night. It was already almost midnight, and I had to sleep because I was really tired. So I was kind of just flying around in zombie mode, you know. And I ended up doing a very bad mistake. So I hope you enjoyed, and this is the way that the match ended. So I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to be a member and subscribe. And Jesus, this was a very bad mistake. Look at this, Jesus Christ. I mean, come on, MatAWG, come on. Bye, guys.